Well, here we are, back in Mittenrahm at Maudel, the ancient swamp, and it will be the last time. The above ground work is all done, and I am working on the final parts of the below ground. I don't think I will be finished by the time I start the next week's streaming, but I will be moving on, so yeah. So I think last we left off, the reef was in progress, and just stop there for a moment so you can see that I went through with the fill biome command, and I initially swapped out for warm ocean above the reef and wherever else was appropriate. It's a very stark transition to the ordinary ocean. Fortunately, there is a lukewarm ocean, which is this lighter color, which now forms a border. I don't think there's any alternatives now, so still a bit extreme, but there's literally nothing I can do about it. So it's not too bad. The blending worked quite well. I went through replacing about an area about the size of a chunk. It's not precise. Each biome spot on the biome map is actually 4 blocks. So the edges are a bit random anyway. But after doing the main area, I came back through doing an area maybe 3 or 4 blocks across, something along those lines, and basically smoothed out the square edges where the fact I was basically replacing a chunk-sized area at a time was creating some straight lines in certain areas. So I think it's come out fairly well. It's very primitive. There's no way to, as I say, no way to smooth it any more than this. So for that, it's come out fairly nice. So the reef was about here last time, and you can see because I've swapped it to warm ocean and lukewarm, you get a really nice clear view of the reef. I really should go back up to Noresor and do the same thing. Should help there. But yeah, this is all done, and I moved on to the dead reef. Got 2 things going on here, and again, I used the fill biome command to actually swap this to cold ocean. I avoided the frozen ocean because I assumed it would literally freeze the surface water, and I didn't want that. So I've used the dead coral to build dead coral. Unlike the living coral, I use each coral block type to try and build a single coral, and usually in the style of what the coral is supposed to represent. You can see on this, so this little 3-pronged trident shape, and then the horn coral. Got a little swish to it. I use the orange blocks to usually either build the fire coral or the fan coral. And then you just got the brain coral into these blob shapes, and then the bubble coral into smaller blob shapes. So, but yeah, I went a little bit more haphazard using the various dead coral blocks as a texture rather than this is this type and this is this type. I feel like I could do with a better transition here. I think maybe I could have done with figuring this out earlier. I could have maybe come up with something. I don't see the point. At this point, like, I'm willing to just let it go. It comes out far enough, I'm kind of happy with that. So, yeah, that's all done. And then the only other addition is up here. He's got some swish to him. As I was explaining last week, actually, these serpents are essentially wind serpents or cloud serpents. They're really settled on a name. They're made of air. These are not wings. They don't have feathers. They certainly don't have bone structures, which is why they swish the way that they do. I'm still not happy with the tornado, if I'm honest. I feel like these little extra bits on the outside has helped. Maybe they could do with being thickened. I don't know. It was a lot of work, a lot of fiddling, and I'm just still not really happy with it, but I'm kind of at a loss to know what to do exactly. But yeah, it came out nice, if nothing else. But outside of this one, I mean, once this surface stuff was done, I actually went underground and mostly finished what's going on over here. We've got mostly just ordinary decorative work's been done. Nothing I haven't done before in a few other locations. There are a couple of spots like this. Down here, it eventually goes down to the old bedrock. There's there's a little obsidian piece there. If you follow these, it will actually lead you to Aurelian's Cradle. But it's a fairly long way, and there's a lot to do, and I'm kind of not really sure it's necessary. So I'm either going to have to seal this off or incorporate it to a lesser degree. There is another one over here. This goes down to another section that's absolutely full of brown mushrooms. I would like to find a way, figure out how to seal all of this off into a tighter area to work with, and then just decorate it up and be done. This one I'm more inclined to make use of to just finish up. But after doing all of this, I just decided I wanted to go back to Aurelian's Cradle. Really, that's really what it just came down to. So, Aurelian's Cradle was abandoned for some time. I haven't done a huge amount. I think I only came back here for the first time 2 days ago. I've installed this, which is where the crab was born from. His name is now Oricon. Literally the other half, or the other main part of this that's now missing, is his shell. So that's why this has got nothing on the floor, and certainly not because I didn't think in ahead and build it first before filling in the ground. This changed because I did the changes to the water, so this is cool. And using bone meal will now spawn coral, so I went through that. This place was also affected. It was here but not lit. It needed a little bit more decoration, and I realised this is also missing some. It's got a little bit, just being sloppy. So I did some tweaking, but then I moved on, putting this in place. All of this was done. This was added. The ground stuff was put in. This is new. And then actually this was one of the last things I was working on yesterday. I would like to put water in, put some greenery in, maybe something I've done elsewhere, and put some obsidian in place, thinking to have the water go over, but it's actually getting rid of too much of the lava. I'm not sure what I can do about it. I can maybe have the water come down here and the lava go this way. I can meet in the middle and the obsidian can be here. I don't know. I could just pull it in so it doesn't actually go anywhere. Maybe block it in so it comes out here. Don't know. I'll have to think about it. Let me think where my current piece is. I skipped this tunnel because it's part of a whole bunch of tunnels down here. But I was just thinking, there we go. Just remembered the extra tunnel that I was showing you. Basically, will come around to here. So it's kind of well set to be put in place. It's just questioning whether I really need to, whether it's at all necessary to the build. But that's what I've been doing, and I need to do some hacking on that on this video. It's going to be too long otherwise. I shall carry on today and tomorrow, and then Tuesday, which is pretty much when this video will be released, I'll be later that same day starting on my Nether project. Fingers crossed. Looking at this, I think I'm going to put a little dip in this sand here, just because. Anyway, yeah.